Hey guys, I hope all is well. Thank you for joining me for this Truth Talk episode. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Young Thug. But before we begin, I just wanted to remind my Patreons that later today, the video on the infamous shot that Jamie Foxx got will be dropping for all Patreons. Unfortunately, due to what I get into in that video, I will not be able to post it on here. So if you're one of my Patreons, make sure you check that video out later tonight. Thank you all. Now let's get right into it. Even though the music industry seems so exciting and glamorizing, those from the outside looking in have no idea about the truth of what's really happening in the industry. Whether you want to believe it or not, the music industry is controlled by occultists who are Freemasons. I have shown time and time again that many of these celebrities the world loves so much are nothing but Masonic puppets who sold out and took the oath. The entertainment industry is a tool used to spread the Masonic agenda. The Masonic agenda itself is to normalize the masses to the Masonic values and principles in order to establish the New World Order. The New World Order is going to have a global New Age religion of enlightenment, a one-world government who obeys those in command, and a reduced population so the masses are easier to control. Our world is at the brink of change, and sadly, this change isn't a good one. Many people to this very day, with all the evidence that's right in their faces, refuse to accept that our world is ran by the Masons. In the music industry, we can spot so much evidence proving this statement. Just about all superstar artists in the music industry are Masonic puppets, and it doesn't matter which genre. Whether rock music, pop music, hip-hop music, even country artists are Freemason. Not only does this mean the music industry is rigged, but it also means those top artists we see everywhere participate in occult rituals. A perfect example of this is the rapper Young Thug and his crew YSL. I have made plenty of videos on Young Thug, proving he's an occultist who took the Masonic oath. Young Thug, unlike many artists in the industry, doesn't even hide his Masonic alliance. His affiliation is displayed in his music videos like this one, where we can see Thug in what appears to be a Masonic lodge. We can also spot evidence of his alliance in these pictures that were posted by a Masonic lodge on Instagram. We can also find proof of it in this video where he openly admits his alliance out of his own mouth.
I'm a Mason. I beat all my cases.
I'm a Mason. I beat all my cases.
Young Thug is a Freemason, and for anyone trying to deny this at this point, you're just choosing to be blind. Thug practices ritual magic just like the other stars, and he willingly traded his soul to have the world. Right before Young Thug got arrested, he had revealed this album cover on Instagram, showing himself covered in blood. This is an obvious occult ritual, and in the occult world, this symbolizes ritual sacrifice. Occultists perform ritual sacrifice for many reasons, but mainly, it's done to have more. Right before Young Thug dropped this album cover showing himself covered in blood, his baby mother passed away after a random man at a bowling alley took her out.
A young mother is shot after getting into an argument over a bowling ball. Victim is Lakevia Jackson, who has a son with well-known rapper Young Thug. Now,
like I mentioned back then, I found this situation strange. Why would a random man just out of nowhere decide to take her out? Then not long after this happened, one of Young Thug's rappers, a part of his YSL label called Keed, mysteriously passed away right as the whole YSL takedown was starting. This was also alarming in my eyes, especially since we know 100% that Thug is a Mason. In my opinion, I believe both of these instances were ritual sacrifices, and I also believe that I have found evidence of that. Masons are occultists who practice all forms of ritual magic. Ritual offerings or ritual sacrifice is one of those rituals done by occultists, and this transcript put out by the authorities points to Thug being involved in just that. A while back, many hip-hop media blogs reported that Young Thug was caught encouraging his gang members to do crimes on a wiretap. In that recorded conversation, Young Thug states some very interesting information that proves Young Thug has performed ritual sacrifices in the past. During a conversation between Young Thug and Kyle Ordy, who's the leader of a set in the Bloods, Thug told Kyle, and I quote, "Sacrifices must be made. Soldiers must fall in order for the battle to be won." Openly, Young Thug was admitting his own soldiers must be sacrificed to win the battle. Thug was admitting to having to sacrifice his own in order to win. Then sometime after stating this, he loses his baby mother and then his artist on his label. These were the sacrifices Young Thug was talking about. It doesn't get any more obvious than this. Here we have Young Thug talking about members needing to be sacrificed to win the battle, while being a Freemason occultist. How can people still deny what's right in front of them? To me, this alone proves Young Thug might have had something to do with what happened to Little Keed, but recently even more evidence was revealed that further confirms this. Just a few days back, it was reported that one of Young Thug's co-defendants were in the process of ritually offering a goat when the police arrested him. It was all apparently caught on body cam, which hasn't been released as of yet.
Bizarre request from Young Thug's defense amidst the rapper's ongoing jury selection, petitioning the court to exclude evidence of a ritualistic sacrifice in his RICO trial.
The only reason we found this out now was because Young Thug's lawyer is trying to have this situation removed from the evidence in Thug's trial, claiming that a religious act such as a ritual sacrifice shouldn't be allowed as evidence, as it would paint Thug in a certain light for his religious beliefs. This is the way the lawyer is trying to get the proof removed that Young Thug and YSL are a bunch of occultists who practice ritual sacrifice. What Young Thug's co-defendant was doing was making a ritual sacrifice for demonic blessings. They claim this is their religious preference. You tell me which religion you think they're talking about. What more evidence do people need to see to figure out what the industry is about? After seeing this, there's no way anyone can deny this. The industry is going to make this look like it's nothing, but we know exactly what this means. Young Thug is 100% capable of ritually offering Little Keed and his baby mother. He is trying to win the battle with black magic, and like I said when this all started, I believe Thug is going to beat this case because of his Masonic ties and his occult rituals. Many people are starting to believe Young Thug won't be facing life in prison anymore like they were first claiming. As it's becoming more and more evident, Thug is going to be walking out of this one an even bigger star. Since the trial has started, a lot of information has been revealed. We have seen a lot of the people that were arrested with Thug take pleas and walk out of custody, the most famous being Gunna and Thug's brother. Almost 30 people were arrested with Young Thug, but many of them have already pled out. People believe this is going to hurt Thug, but what people don't understand is that this is all theatrical. I believe these people taking plea deals was all orchestrated by Thug and his lawyers, and it was possibly the best way to get Thug off the charges. I don't think Thug is going to do life. At most, he will get 3 years and be released on time served. The Freemasons have members spread out throughout all industries, including the judicial system. Most high-powered judges are Freemason members who took an oath to look out for other Mason members. I believe even though Young Thug is guilty of his crimes, he most likely won't face the time he deserves for them. Even though it's been a year, I am still confident this is all a part of the plans. Young Thug is the perfect example of what you must become to make it in the music industry. Thug sold his soul to the devil and took the oath and was so consumed by the evil to the point that he was allegedly ordering sacrifices. This is what you must be to have the world. Become soulless and cold and put money and power first over the lives of your own close people. When people want to call us conspiracy theorists for exposing the truth, just show them this video. Thug admits to being a Mason, and then his gang gets caught doing ritual sacrifices. We are not making up theories. We are exposing the truth so that the world can truly know what these artists do for the fame and fortune. We are finally in the times of mass awakening, and people are finally going to open their eyes to the truth. Hopefully, eventually, we can remove the influence these celebrities have over our people and free them of the mental manipulation they're consumed by. Hip-hop is being used as a tool to destroy us. Men like Young Thug are a part of the manipulation. While the fans are cheering at the concerts and singing every one of the artists' songs, they are not aware of what these artists had to do to make it there. In order for the fans to cheer, these artists had to perform ritual sacrifices and sell their soul. What's interesting is that Hollywood always loves to show the truth in plain sight. I am pretty sure some of you should have seen the old movie Jennifer's Body. If you have, then you might remember the scene in the movie where a band actually performed a sacrifice ritual on Jennifer, who was played by Megan Fox, in order to become rock stars. I actually think I should make a full video on this movie, as there's so much there. If you want to see that, comment Jennifer's Body below. This movie was showing us the truth hidden in plain sight. These artists have to make ritual offerings in order to have the world. And this is what I believe Young Thug did. Like I always say, we must remember that every day we wake up, our souls are at stake. And we also must remember to help those who can't see the truth find the truth. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.